You're very welcome. It's the 14th of July, 1789, and they're celebrating in France today. And I'm celebrating being back on air after yet another 1 week ban by YouTube. But most of all, folks, we're celebrating what you saw. The victory of the left and the right in politics in France, who have united to defeat the centre on the issue of COVID passport. What a defining moment. A revolutionary union of left and right to defeat the marketing-created globalist centre in France, and pivotally to defeat the COVID passport, thus plunging a dagger into the heart of the whole COVID passport plan in the EU. This was indeed a historic moment. I'm stunned to see that it's finally come true. I predicted this might happen when I hoped that they would unite like this in order to get rid of Macron at the last election, and predicted they might. They didn't do so. However, in the parliamentary elections, the French people have robbed Macron of his majority, and you're watching it go down now. This is the moment when the globalist centre lost control, when fake politics lost control to real politics, and also, most importantly, when people on the left and right united to defeat the globalist centre. That's a lesson which I hope they'll continue to learn in France and elsewhere as we move forward into a new phase where finally the wind's at our back for a change. So, even as the French prepare for that new era, in the United Kingdom, this globalist sock puppet is the leading candidate to become the replacement for Boris Johnson in the UK.
The challenge of climate change is clear, and it is urgent. We need to ensure a positive and fair transition to net zero and protect our environment.
And that's Rishi Sunak. Although many people might mistake him for Tony Blair in blackface. It's, what can I say? But of course, Rishi Sunak, as The Economist reminded us, is a man of the world, Chancellor of the Exchequer, a champion of globalisation who has been brought to power by a wave of nationalism. And that's right at the centre of the problem. What the hell is somebody like this doing at the centre of a so-called conservative nationalist movement in the United Kingdom? Well, maybe that's got something to do with the fact that he's here on the World Economic Forum website, Rishi Sunak. Yeah, they're celebrating Rishi Sunak, so you don't want Rishi Sunak. You want to switch to somebody else besides Rishi Sunak, because he's World Economic Forum. You want to switch to somebody like Liz Truss, you know, the Lord Chancellor and Secretary of State for Justice, Ministry and Justice of the United Kingdom, because she's World Economic Forum as well. They seem to have it all sewn up. What about Penny Mordaunt? You know, she's somebody who could be a contender. She's got this really nice video out, you know.
In this contest, there will be a focus on...
Yeah, blah, 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 bright future. But somebody posted a comment here in response to Penny's. Bill Gates and the World Economic Forum is steering the ship. Our problem in a nutshell. Call this out and you'll be carried shoulder high into number 10. That got 114 likes. A lot of people like the idea of that, but is she going to call Bill Gates out? I'm not really sure she is. This is her book, Penny Mordaunt. This is the number 2 candidate, Britain After the Storm. And basically it's a load of waffle about how Britain can be phenomenally powerful and successful internationally, yet again, you know, the usual waffle. And we have a little look inside, and we see the foreword for this thing is written by none other than somebody who says that 14 years ago he left his career at Microsoft to begin a second one in philanthropy. None other than Bill Gates. It is Bill Gates indeed, who, with Penny Mordaunt, is involved in all sorts of interesting enterprises to revolutionise. And there's Penny sitting there, and there's Bill Gates sitting there beside her. And she is, of course, the Foreign Development Minister, International Development. So all involved in this this globalisation of food, don't you know. So I suppose I should bring up the World Economic Forum page for yet another goon, Mark Rutte, Prime Minister of the Netherlands, where they're having a little bit of a sort of a revolution in food there at the moment themselves at the expense of farmers. And somebody else who's playing a part in that is the Deputy Prime Minister of Finance, Minister of Finance of the Netherlands, Sigrid Kaag, another World Economic Forum goon. And here she is, talking about fixing the international trade system as part of the what? The Davos Agenda. World Economic Forum, Davos Agenda, Sigrid Kaag, Minister for Foreign Trade and Development Cooperation of the Netherlands. Says it all, folks, don't it? And, of course, the nitrogen policy that is crucifying the farmers in Netherlands is the same nitrogen policy which has been advocated by another World Economic Forum goon, Trudeau. And just to sort of bring us full circle back to penny again, surprise, surprise, Bill Gates has an economic interest in taking the Dutch farmers' land and has ties to the minister who's spearheading this, who's also, as you just saw, heavily entrenched in the World Economic Forum. You can't make this stuff up because you don't have to. And all of this is connected to something called the Tri-State City Network, which is, well, it's a revolution in farming, it's a revolution in social organisation. It is, of course, 100% compatible with the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, you'll be glad to hear. And this is its plan. Essentially a land grab that you're looking at there is what this is, being conducted by the government in the Netherlands. This is your full-on green utopia model development test rollout that you're watching here, which aims to not only remove half the farmers, which they've established as part of the plan, but more importantly, they say that those who remain will be farming differently. Like they'll be feeding worms in large vats. Who needs farms? Who needs farmers when corporate agriculture can use modern manufacturing techniques to produce the food that's necessary? So whether it's in Holland or whether it's back in the United Kingdom where we're looking at Penny Mordaunt and Bill Gates, it's all coming back to the same bunch of goons. But yet, there is hope for us. The French have spoken on the eve of Bastille Day. The French have spoken. And it is of breaking through the spell. So I'm celebrating. And I'm also celebrating the fact that, as I said, I'm back on air after a week off air because YouTube just got a bit upset. So that's why I'm so glad to be able to report that I'm on Rumble now with 67 of the videos already uploaded there. I've got synchronization running on the Rumble account, and you can already get Fintan Dunn content on Rumble. Not only that, but we're going to slightly circumvent the YouTube censorship issue because I'm going to be doing uncensored content on Rumble. I'll be continuing to do content on YouTube as well, but we're also going to go off YouTube onto Rumble. A whole lot, really, because I'm sort of tired of the censorship side of things, and there's a whole heap of stuff that I'd like to discuss in a completely and entirely uncensored way. If I've upset anti-YouTube again, it won't be on YouTube. It'll be on that Rumble account or on Odyssey. Go to Fintan Dunn, FINTANDUNNE, on either Rumble or Odyssey, and you'll get me there. I hope you'll come back here on YouTube. I hope I'll be on YouTube for the next video, and I look forward to seeing you then. But in the meantime, for breakfornews.com, as ever, this has been Fintan Dunn reporting. See you soon.